Hi, this is Cindy Cochran. Welcome to the archives of the Cindy Cochran Show. Remember, I'm live Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 11, right here on irlonestar.com. You can be a part of the show by calling 936-647-3776. Also, please visit my Facebook page, The Cindy Cochran Show. Enjoy! Good morning, everybody. It is Thursday, and boy, do I sound good. It's beautiful outside, and I'm just looking at this gorgeous day, and feeling like poop. I'm sorry. No, I'm gonna be okay. It's just those colds, and just makes you sound worse than probably you are. But it does. There's a point when it first starts happening and your voice lowers, and that's sexy, and then it gets sickening to have to listen to me. So I'm going to talk just real little because we have Wayne Michaels is going to be calling in next segment, and he's got a really exciting fundraiser to talk about for Cadence Hope, and we always love that. And Wayne is the DJ at night. If you guys... like some of you just, you just want to come and listen to the Cindy Cochran Show. But IR Lone Star has so many great shows that are informative and entertaining. And so, especially at night, you have a lot of the country music that you like. And Wayne Michaels is so connected to everything. And you are listening to the Cindy Cochran Show right now. But we're going to promote Wayne Michaels today. And then I'm going to be talking to Brianna Donahoe. We're going to give her a call. And I know, just imagine Richard's eyes rolling back in his head, and he won't have to listen for this segment. But it's about the Housewives and Below Deck and the finale and the openings of some of the new Housewives that's going on. And that show is so wildly popular and has so many people watching it that I just know there's somebody out there that goes like, oh boy, they're going to talk about the Housewives. Oh boy. It's not Richard, and it's not Dennis O'Connor who will say, okay, thanks for warning me, Cindy. I'll click it off right now. But anyway, so we have that. And next week on Monday, Michael Player will be sitting in for me. I'm going to Lubbock to see my mom. And it's been so long, and I'm taking Samuel and Cindy with me. So that ought to be a fun 7-hour drive. I've been telling them what I'll do to them if they have any kind of sibling squabblings going on. It's not going to be pretty. So I'm trying to find all the electronic devices that I can that can keep them entertained and happy and separated from having to speak words to each other, because they are at that level right now where everything bothers them and that they do. And it's one of those like, just stop breathing. Your breathing is just really annoying me. And it's sad. It's so sad. But I know all brothers and sisters do it, but it's just yuck. When you're the one closed up in the car with them and having to listen to it, it drives me crazy. So we are going to, we're having some seminars, and we made the trip from Wild Ginger last night after church, get something to eat, to home, and they started arguing. I said, we cannot get from Wild Ginger to our house that's only like 5 minutes away. What are we going to do for 7.5 hours? You guys have got to come up with a plan, or I may have to inject them like they do when the people go on the the trip to the moon. They put them to sleep for that time. If I could get something to put them to sleep for 7 hours, we'd be good. That would be a fun trip. But we'll see. So there ought to be some adventures for me next week. But Michael Player will be here Monday. And then a real treat that you have besides that will be Denton Florian. And Denton has been on our show before. And he is the historian, the filmmaker of Sam Houston. And he's having a guest on that wrote the book on Galvez, and I can't remember Galvez's first name, but anyway, and he said she is like amazing to talk to, because she does podcasts and stuff on about talking about Galvez, and she has a great insight to it. So it'll be historical, but he does it in such a fun way. Everybody loves to listen to Denton, and when he goes to schools and stuff, he's like their favorite guy. He thinks they're wonderful. They think that he's wonderful. So that'll be fun for next week on the Cindy Cochran Show. And then Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday we'll probably be playing shows that, like the most popular shows, we'll be playing those for your pleasure. And I told Richard's going to choose them, and I just wonder if he's going to choose the Brad Meyer and Richard Schissler show, because I got a Facebook message from somebody that said, wow, finally, there's some talented, entertaining people. Richard and Brad just stole the show away from Cindy. So I was like, okay, thank you. And I even thanked them and said, thank you for lifting my spirits. That's great. So anyway, guys, there'll be fun and different stuff that'll be happening next week. So today will be just Richard and I in here by ourselves, and he loves that because he just loves the questions I ask or statements that I make that he can correct or that he can answer. It's so much fun to be here with Richard. Richard, you don't have anything really important to do today, do you? Nothing you do? Oh, no. Oh, he's shaking his head. He's got stuff to do. Okay, just leave me and my voice alone. I'm just thinking people just hate to hear me talk. What do you think? Okay, thank you, Richard. He just leaned to the mic and is not saying anything but smiling very devilishly. Brianna, if you're listening, it's exactly what you think it is. I mean, that's just how he's acting. So we talked about you last night at church.
Oh, cool.
And prayed for you.
Yeah, everyone's doing that for me. I feel so blessed every day. I'm like, I don't even have to do anything. Everyone's just praying for me, so it doesn't even matter.
To get you through it, right? See, she could hear the anointment.
Well, I will let you know, Cindy.
Yes.
Just let your listeners know too. Is downtown Conroe is having a competition as a merchant society kind of thing.
I'm not going to do it.
And I already got my plan.
Okay.
But based on telling your listeners right now is to come downtown starting today all the way. I believe it's through the 11th of December, and you can vote about who has the better storefront.
Right.
And there's I think there's over 20 storefronts participating.
They're decorating it for Christmas.
Yeah. And I already know what I'm going to do. And but don't worry about us. We're trying to get a participation grade because it's one of those deals where you line everybody up and everyone raises their hand when they're participating, and I didn't. And I was like, well, I guess I got to now. And
right.
And then and also to warn all the other listeners who are visiting downtown, it's probably going to stay up until next Christmas.
That's right. So, and that way, it'll be easy to tell everybody where we are. Just look for in July. Look for the Christmas lights.
I always go for the winter theme because Christmas, we don't celebrate Christmas at Lone Star. We celebrate the holidays and winter. No, I was kidding. I just want to see Cindy's face. But
if I wasn't so
but
sick.
Realistically, I have to do the winter theme. That way, I can have an excuse to leave it up in February because it's still kind of chilly. And I'm like, oh, it's winter themed. And winter in Houston is like all the way through March almost. So. That way I could just leave it up.
My mom wouldn't take the Christmas tree down one time, and she just put it, she put the hearts and that for February.
The residue of holidays is always nice, especially if you have a large family. Like remember when you go Easter egg hunting and you find Easter eggs probably like 5 months later.
Oh yeah.
And you're like, oh, chocolate, moldy chocolate, and it's like in the dirt.
Or follow the smell of those real, the real boiled eggs that somebody thought would be cool to have, like real boiled eggs. No.
I'll never forget my mother finding Christmas gifts.
She found
because she used to have to hide them. Because if you imagine, I had 5 brothers and sisters, and we're all like, I think 13 years apart. Like the oldest one would be 13. I'm the youngest. But there was a good moment, probably like 5 years, that everyone wanted gifts, and everybody was looking for the gifts, and she would hide them in really clever places.
Yeah.
Almost like too clever because she would forget. And she'd find these gifts, and the greatest thing was like your age was so drastically different when she bought the gift, and like she's like, "Oh, Richard, I got this for you about 4 years ago," and this is when I was probably like 6 years old. Now I'm like 10 years old, and I don't want to play with dolls or that kind of stuff. And I'm like, "Well, thanks." I think we donated a lot of it to.
That's so cool. I can't believe that the Christmas that when it happened, she went, I know I bought more stuff. There's got to be more stuff around
But
here.
she's worried about so many other things.
That's
so
right.
It's just kind of like, you know what? It shows up, it shows up. And then she actually thought some of us stole it because it was missing. She's like, I guess someone found it and just didn't tell anybody.
Oh.
But
and I can imagine you guys doing that. I just can't. I can imagine
because
you
we would
doing
look
it.
like she would hide the gifts.
Yeah.
In the most ridiculous places where we couldn't, and it would hurt her because she like hid it. One time she hid it in the attic, but like it was like one of those attics behind the AC unit or whatever the unit is. Like,
Oh, no.
when were we going to go up there?
Yeah,
But that's when she would do it, and she.
we'd keep them over other people's houses, you know,
Yeah.
and then go get them, you know, that night or something, and then bring them back over because it wasn't the kids, it was me. I would totally forget where stuff was.
Oh,
I mean,
I believe that.
I mean, you think this is an age thing, but
I'm
I've been
surprised you
doing
don't
this
have an
since I
ID
was
card around
20.
your neck. I'm surprised you don't have that. Every time I see a silver
No.
alert, I go, Cindy's missing.
Cindy's missing.
I'm
No,
just kidding, Cindy.
but I mean, since I was 20 years old, I had problems with that. My husband can attest to that. He said, "I wish I could blame it on the, you know, on your age, but you just forget things. You either got so much on your mind, he was trying to be kind, or whatever. But the ultimate scatterbrain was how I could title myself.
I just don't know how anyone does it,
What?
especially you being a mother. Like mothers with Christmas in the United States, I just can't. Wrapping all those gifts,
Oh man,
shopping, and dealing with family.
Mm-hmm.
It's something that I don't care for.
You don't
and
like that? That's fun.
Well, I mean, like it's fun getting together, but like my mom literally she's an elf shop, she's an elf worker for at least a week and a half because she wraps all these gifts, and just because
That's
because one
wonderful.
thing about our family, I have 5 brothers and sisters. Between them, my parents have 13 grandchildren, so she has to wrap gifts for the 13 grandchildren, for my brothers and sisters, for my aunts and uncles. I think total, with my family, we have over 50 people.
My question
that we would buy gifts for.
Okay, my question: what's the extension that you can stop and nobody will get their feelings hurt? Because to go to first cousin, second cousin,
Well, I think it really comes down to like what you grew up doing. Because when we grew up, we would celebrate Christmas with all my cousins and my aunts and uncles. Mm-hmm. So that was the extent. Like every Christmas, we would make sure we sat down and had a meal with both sides of the family at one point and shared gifts.
Yeah.
And then as we got older, it got to the point where if you got someone a gift, you got someone a gift. If you didn't, you didn't. It wasn't that big of a deal. Like I would buy gifts for my cousin, like 2 of my cousins, because I liked them.
Well,
and I knew what to get them when I saw something. I'm like, I gotta get them.
But did you never like chose names or anything like that?
We did one year, and I totally got botched on that year, so I refused to do it. I bought the entire Star Wars collection for my brother because he had 2 boys, and I was like, this is gonna make them flip. Like this is so cool.
Yeah.
It's such a great gift. And every year I go to his house, and it still hasn't been opened. And I'm like, you know what?
What?
Yeah. And it was a special version. It was the original version that my brother saw.
Yeah.
In theaters.
Yeah. In 77.
And so like it was uncut, not manipulated by George Lucas. I was like, they're gonna have a great time with this.
Oh man, I cannot believe that. Well, we've got a phone call. I'm so happy. We got a phone call. Caller, what is your name? Hello.
I think it's loading. It's gonna get there.
Okay. Hang on. Wait for it.
There he is.
Wait for it. Hey,
There I am.
phone caller. What is your name?
Wayne.
Is this Wayne? Wayne, call. Yeah, I've been talking about you were going to call, and I was hoping that was you. Wayne, you know what? I don't know what happened to our communication because, you Facebooked me, and then I replied back, and apparently you never got the reply back. And then this morning, I thought I'm going to try one more time because what I was going to ask you, it's a good thing you didn't answer because I was going to say, Wayne, since you're going to be in the studio anyway, would you like to take the show so people don't have to listen to this voice? And you be Cindy Cochran. And but see, you have more fun because you get to talk when you want to, and then you play records at night, right?
Yeah, you get to do that and don't have to talk if you don't want to.
Yeah, there you go, and just keep playing. That's right. Something more interesting comes along, you talk to somebody, and you just keep playing the records. I think that's great. But I'm so happy you called, and I'm going to ask you, somebody almost got hit, right? When people pull out and there's a big truck next to them when they're parked next to them in front of the studio, and they try and pull out, and you hear this honking horn that blaring down on them. They almost got hit. Okay, we love seeing that stuff like that. We're going to be. I think we'll be a witness in some court case someday because of what we can see here is going on. But Wayne Michaels has the show at night. It's is it it's 7 to 9 or
7 to 9? Yeah,
7 to
Lone
9.
Star Country Nights.
Every night, and Wayne's there, and he will talk to you on the phone in that wonderful voice. You're not under the weather, are you?
Actually, I am.
Oh.
We went to San Antonio this past weekend to see the grandkids, and guess what? I think they gave us both the flu.
See, that's what I'm I'm suffering with.
My voice is a lot lower than normal too.
I know.
Right now,
you sound sexy.
Stretchy.
I sound like somebody shut her up. She's going to die on the air. I was telling Richard that I was watching one of our shows on it's the Willis Hour or District Dynamics, or one of those shows. I was watching on Channel 12, and it was Tim Harkrider.
Tim Harkrider with Willis ISD.
Okay, thank you. Anyway, and
Saves
so
the day.
he is just his mouth is all over this filter that's in front of the mic, and I'm going like, I wonder if Richard cleans that. You can. Because that guy's around all kind of kids every day, so he brings stuff in here. But no, it's my grandchildren at school. I know that's what happens because they live with us, and so I see them every day and go pick them up, and all those germs teeming all over them, and you just go. You wish you could run them through some kind of machine that gets them all clean. And okay, now you can come in the house, but we have to put up with it. So I'm so sorry y'all are going through this. I know exactly what you're feeling.
I don't feel bad. Just kind of sound worse than you feel, but it coughs every once in a while. But basically, we're gonna live.
Yeah, we'll live. You don't feel like it for sure sometime, but you will live. But sometimes you have to put stuff in perspective, and the way that we're feeling is nothing compared to parents and the patients that you guys are dealing with by giving them some kind of shelter while they are here or downtown in the medical center with their children.
Yeah,
and if you will tell me about that.
Yeah, the parents that our foundation, Cadence Hope, assists are usually young. Usually they don't have any money anyway. If they do have money, their credit cards are already maxed out just because they're young.
Right.
But they've got a lot of expenses going on, and all of a sudden the baby that they expected for, to not show up for another 2 months is here.
Right.
And they have to get that baby taken care of. And so the medical staff, at the hospitals they can do wonderful things. They can get a baby that, in fact, the smallest weight on record for a premature baby that survived is less than a can of soup.
Oh my word!
Can of Campbell's soup is about 10 ounces.
Yeah.
One baby was 9.1 ounces and survived. It was born at 22 weeks, I believe it was, and survived. She's now 4 or 5 years old.
That's awesome.
But so the medical staff can do wonderful things. They can take care of these babies. They can get them through it and get them to be healthy and be able to go home. And sometimes that takes a year.
Yeah.
But they can do it. What our foundation assists with is once the baby's taken care of and all hooked up and all ready to go and the baby's fine, now what do the parents do? Because usually those specialty hospitals are nowhere near the where you live. If you live in Conroe,
of course not. Right.
The baby will probably start out right here in Conroe, but then immediately they're going to transfer the baby to downtown Houston, to the medical center, to one of the really big hospitals down there, Texas Children's or one of those. And so you've got to go every day, because I don't know about you, but when my kids are sick, I have to be there.
Of course.
And I'm sure it's the same. It's the feeling that no matter what, your job, everything else stops.
That's right.
You take care of that baby, and so you have to go back and forth every day. And so what our foundation does is help help out those families in those situations. We give them free gas cards or free hotels or free bus passes or train tickets or whatever they need to be able to get them to the hospital a little more often and to be able to stay there a little bit longer.
Right.
We just helped a family in Sioux City, Iowa, the other day, and they live in Sioux City, Iowa, so it's not that big of a deal. Except that they have twins. They have a boy and a girl.
Uh-huh.
The girl is in Sioux City, Iowa, and the boy is in Omaha, Nebraska. Because he had
the conditions that they had. Yeah.
He had issues that needed some more care, and the hospital in Sioux City, Iowa, couldn't handle it. They have to send it to the next level hospital, which is Omaha, Nebraska. That's only about 100 miles, but can you imagine?
Oh.
Now you've got two kids. You can't be at both places at the same time.
So the mom and dad. And I know relatives can only do so much, and you have jobs and you have things that you have to do to support yourself. And you guys are just godsends, for doing this.
We try to be, but we try to do our best and help out these families when we can. But a lot of it comes down to finances. We're a small grassroots little company, little charity, and we do what we can. So one of the things we're having, in fact, today, over in the Market Street shopping district in the Woodlands at Kendra Scott Jewelry today from 5 o'clock to 7 o'clock. Kendra Scott Jewelry is giving 20% of everything they sell. They're going to give to Cadence Hope today at 5 o'clock. So if you need a jewelry, guys, you forgot, Christmas is coming. You got to get that special thing for the wife.
Right.
Head over to Kendra Scott today.
Because the quality's there and all, and what you pay for. That 20% of that is going to go help, these situations that are just horrific.
That's today at 5 o'clock to 7 o'clock. But our big thing is coming up. We've got in the next couple of weeks. We've got actually three things. Today is Kendra Scott, and then on December 8th, we're going to take over Lone Star Internet Radio, just like we did last year.
Yeah.
At 7 o'clock at night, we're going to bring in all live acts: Michael Player, Maddie Dean, Kenna Danielle, Amber Adams, Jared Starrett, and then a new group that we've really like called Undercover. And they're a cover band, and all they do is sing cover songs.
I love that. That's great. Undercover.
Brother and sister, and then the sister's husband. And they come in and they do a really good job. They're really, really good. We're all going to be in the studio on December 8th at 7 p.m. and play nothing but live music, very similar to the Grand Ole Opry.
Now, see,
in Nashville.
Now, there's not room for audience inside because all those musicians it'll be crowded. Yeah. But you can see everything that goes on. All you have to do is come down here and sit out in front of the studio.
Got that little bench out front. You can just sit out front.
Yeah, it was turned toward. They had it the other day. They had it around turned toward the studio, so they could sit there and watch. What was going on. Yeah. So you guys, and it's just like old time radio stations used to do, where people could come up and look through the window and watch what's going on and what the behind the scenes of the radio stations were. So this will be very cool. And I heard last year it was just y'all had so much fun. So much fun.
It was a great deal of fun, and we're going to go from 7 o'clock to 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
With just live country music. And if you know anything about the Grand Ole Opry, they have broken into 30-minute segments. And so each 30-minute segment will have its own host. For instance, Michael Player will host one half hour. Kenna Danielle will host another half hour. And then they can call up whoever they want. So the artist pretty much has to be ready.
Yeah.
They have to be ready to perform. They have to have a song already figured out. They've got to have their stuff together so that they can immediately, say, Cindy Cochran, come on up.
Sure.
And boom, Cindy Cochran better have a song.
Well, I'm just a wanderer of the wasteland. Wait, I'm practicing. Listen, have you ever heard Summer Ashley?
Yes.
Man, she was on yesterday with Michael, and she blew me away. I was like, man, she was good, and unique voice to the country scene through a female. And so be looking at her or call her. I mean, they're so busy, and how you got that many to come in at one time, that's amazing.
Well, they've all been very, very gracious when we've asked. All we have to do is send out one Facebook message to everybody, and seconds later I get, I'm in, you know.
Oh, that's
and
awesome.
so they're very, very helpful. But our big thing is on December 16th.
Wait a minute, it gets bigger? Wait.
Bigger, yeah, bigger than that. It's called Christmas, the Cadence Hope Country Christmas, and we're going to have a concert starring the 2016 CMA of Texas country music male rising star and female rising star. That's Cody Joe Hodges and Jesse Roach.
Oh, wow.
Along with Michael Player and Maddie Dean. And we're going to be down at the Crescent Moon Wine Bar on Rayford Road.
Right. Oh,
7 o'clock. And
that's great.
put on a good country music show. And tickets are available on eventbrite.com.
Eventbrite?
Eventbrite.com.
Listen, you can take that and share it to my Facebook if you wouldn't mind. And
I will.
So people can go right to that and see it.
But like I said, we've got the CMA of Texas male and female rising stars.
That's very
for
cool.
2016.
Very cool.
And that's Cody Joe Hodges and Jesse Roach, and then our good friends Michael Player and Maddie Dean are going to come along and help us raise some money, and hopefully we'll be able to, you know, help out some more families. I did just a few minutes ago, because I don't know if you, on Thursday nights at 8 o'clock we have a kind of a special program within Lone Star Country Nights called Studio Sessions, and Cody Joe Hodges just sent an email a few minutes ago saying that he'll be in the studio on December 3rd at 8 o'clock to do a show, 45-minute set of his music. And,
oh my word! Good grief.
It's just
Wayne.
It's just 45 minutes of him doing a performance. No commercials, no breaks, no interviews. Just Cody Joe Hodges, as if he was sitting in front of, you know, in a bar. And playing to the people in the audience.
Oh man, that's awesome. That's really great.
Then probably the biggest thing is that on December 16th, we're also having a live auction, and we got Vince Gill to sign a guitar for us.
Gill, wow.
Vince Gill, yeah.
You know the people.
Last Friday.
Yeah.
And we've also got Kyle Park, and Aaron Watson is going to be signing a guitar this Saturday night when he's in town for Faith Fest. And then we've got some other people and some other things. But this is your chance to, what a way to, you know, if you've got a country music fan in your family and Christmas is coming, what a surprise it'd be to show them, especially if they like Vince Gill, you know, all of a sudden a Vince Gill autographed guitar. We'll see what happens and see if we can raise some money.
It's for such a great cause, and we love, you know, sharing any time that would help something like that. And if you want to put that on there, because you just went through a litany of all different kind of things that you guys are doing.
Quite a few things right there.
And everybody,
it's a busy time.
Well, when you hear about the stories and what you've said has happened to couples and all, it's so compelling. And somebody wants to help, and they, you know, like, I can't fly the people down here and all that. I don't know what I can do. But yeah, you can come to these events, and your money will help go to just strengthen your organization. And so it's really cool, because people do want to help. They just a lot of times just don't know how or what to do.
And, you know, we had one more really exciting thing happen just earlier this week. We partnered with the Dallas Cowboys.
What?
Yeah, to
oh man,
to work with them as a donation for donation assistance, I guess would be the best way to say that.
Right.
But the Dallas Cowboys are behind Cadence Hope now, and you know, we can't. It's just too exciting.
Well, you know what?
I just hope we get to go to a game. That's all.
I'm sorry. I promise now that I'll be kinder when I talk about the Cowboys. Now that I know that, that's good.
Yeah, well, you know, all I can tell you, the Texans haven't offered, but Cowboys did.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That because I grew up in Houston, and you know the battle between Houston and Dallas, and
right, sure.
The jealousies and everything is there. But somebody comes out and does something like that, it's like, okay, I'll back off. I'll be kind. That's really great of the Cowboys to help you out. I'm real happy.
It's really, really nice that the Cowboys are getting involved, and
that's great.
You know, we'll see what happens with that, but our big deal is that on December 16th, 7 p.m. at the Crescent Moon Wine Bar in Spring on Rayford Sawdust.
Right.
Is going to be the CMA of Texas 2016 Male and Female Vocalist of the Year.
That is, man.
Hodges and
what a get. That's great. That is great. Where can they go? Give them your website so people can go to that.
cadenshope.org, and it's CAIDENSHOPE.org.
Right. Cadence.
A lot of people have trouble with cadence.
Yeah. So just remember it's CAK and that CA and then I want to be along. I want to be part of this, and then DNS. Okay, so it'll we'll get it there, and we're up against a hard break, and you understand that because
sure.
I
understand.
You need to rest your voice. So
got to be there tonight. So got to be ready.
We'll get under the covers, stay warm, and and get some chicken soup because it never hurts. Okay, so we'll see you. We'll hear you, Wayne Michaels, and thank you so much for all the effort and the trouble that and I know it's not trouble because you love doing this, but just the effort that you guys are just servants' hearts. So thank you so much, and I know God will bless you for sure.
Well, he certainly has. That's for sure.
Okay, Wayne Michaels, everybody, Wayne Michaels, and he'll be here tonight. So. Come listen to his voice sound like this. Okay. All right. We will talk to you soon. Thank you, Wayne, so much.
All right. You bet. Talk to you soon.
Bye-bye. Okay, to Wayne Michaels, and now we're going to break. We'll be right back, and we may be talking some housewives. You never know. All right. This is Cindy Cochran Show. I'm so happy that you're here listening. So happy, so happy. We'll be right back.
The Cindy Cochran Show. The most opinionated talk show on radio.
Have a legal question? Are you a resident of Montgomery County? Call 281-645-6344 to talk to a volunteer attorney from the Woodlands Bar Association. We answer the phones on the first Monday of every month at 281-645-6344 from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. to provide general legal information and information about legal resources to Montgomery County residents.
At Jazzy Junk, volunteers reclaim, restore, and recycle. Jazzy Junk is a non-profit resale storefront where you will discover wonderful, unique finds at very affordable prices on furniture, antiques, books, art, home decor, and more. When you shop Jazzy Junk, you support New Danville, a community for adults with developmental disabilities. We receive new donations daily, so plan a visit to Jazzy Junk today to find that perfect item or gift. Our motto is here today, gone today. So remember to hurry in and shop often for the best selection. Jazzy Junk is located in the outlets at Conroe on Leagueline Road and I-45 North. Call 936-441-4500 or visit our website, jazzyjunk.org. That's JUNQUE for more information and store hours.
Lone Star Internet Radio is now bringing you the weekly business hour show each Monday morning at 11 a.m. My name is Rick Schissler, and I will be your host. Each week, we will be bringing you local, area, and national business news that you can use. The program will also feature an interview with a local or national business person who will share their own experiences, successes, and failures in operating their businesses. Our show is for anyone who already owns a business, whether they work solo or have employees, and for those who are thinking about starting their own businesses. A bit of information about myself. Again, my name is Rick Schissler, and I am a Silver Fox advisor who has over 40 years' experience as a serial entrepreneur. As a part of our show, I will offer some advice and encouragement on our monthly topic, and I will take your questions by email at rschissler@silverfox.org or call into the station at 936-647-3776. See you on the radio Monday at 11 a.m. for the weekly business hour.
Our community's animal shelters cannot absorb accidental litters of kittens and puppies. Approximately 80% of the animals entering our shelters will not make it out alive. Please help be a part of the solution. Please spay and neuter your pets. Many low-cost options are available. Visit texaslittercontrol.org to learn more. That's texaslittercontrol.org. And remember, real Texans don't litter. Please spay and neuter your pets.
Hi, this is BJ Orner from Montgomery County Performing Arts Society. I'm here to remind you to get your tickets now for all the upcoming events that McPass has to offer. All shows will be held at the beautiful Crichton Theater in downtown Conroe. Call 936-441-7469 for your tickets today, or go to our website, www.mcpass.org, for more information. Hope to see you at the show.
Lone Star Internet Radio is now bringing you the weekly business hour show each Monday morning at 11 a.m. My name is Rick Schissler, and I will be your host. Each week, we will be bringing you local, area, and national business news that you can use. The program will also feature an interview with a local or national business person who will share their own experiences, successes, and failures in operating their businesses. Our show is for anyone who already owns a business, whether they work solo or have employees, and for those who are thinking about starting their own businesses. A bit of information about myself. Again, my name is Rick Schissler, and I am a Silver Fox advisor who has over 40 years' experience as a serial entrepreneur. As a part of our show, I will offer some advice and encouragement on our monthly topic, and I will take your questions by email at rschissler@silverfox.org or call into the station at 936-647-3776. See you on the radio Monday at 11 a.m. for the weekly business hour.
The Cindy Cochran Show. Even if these walls could talk, they couldn't get a word in edgewise.
And you are listening to the Cindy Cochran Show, and yeah. All of a sudden my voice will sound like, okay, baby. Anyway, no, it doesn't.
I need to get some Barry White background music.
That's really true. I did my first radio commercial I did was about a car, has speed equipment shop. And so he said, now make it sound sexy. So I used some Barry White music under it and talked to him about this, car, automobile, speed equipment, and that voice, and did that. And this guy went, I didn't know you were going to do that much. I thought it was just going to be like some sexy music or something. I didn't know you were going to do that. That kind of creeped me out because I don't think of you that way. So like, well, you just an actress part doing that. I really don't look the way that I was sounding. Anyway, listen, guys, we have got so many, we've talked about all the events that have gone on, that are going on. Well, we have tickets for those events, and we want to let you know they're here. The Faith Fest is getting ready to happen Saturday, November 21st, and it will be at the Lone Star Expo.
Yes.
Yeah, Lone Star Expo Center.
Yes.
In Conroe. And these tickets are like $29 each for general grandstand, but you have them here for nothing. If all you have to do is go and message me on Facebook, and these tickets are yours. Plus, we have Renaissance tickets. Boy, we got Renaissance tickets, and a lot of people I've talked to never have even been to the Renaissance, like me. But I'm going to be gone last weekend. So that weekend, I'll be gone, and I won't get to see it again for another year. And I have nothing to talk to people. They go like, "Wait, you haven't been? Well, then there's nothing to talk about." Okay, so what are you doing with that microphone? Anyway, there's tickets here to be had. You have to get on Facebook, my Facebook page, The Cindy Cochran Show, and say, I want the tickets for Faith Fest. I want the tickets for Renaissance Festival, and I also have 2 tickets, hot tickets in my hand for the Leather, Denim, and Diamonds charity auction that will be in the North Montgomery County Community Center in Willis. And it's just right off 45 at, you take 1097, and it's just right there past the Tractor and Supply. Now that sounds real Willis, the Tractor and Supply. And this is the Cut and Shoot Texas Charities. That's their fundraiser. They do it once a year. And they do it for like 9 different charities. And they split up the money for them, and they're able to take care of 9 charities for this one event. And they have live auctions, silent auctions. They have food and entertainment. And you have a ticket to that for free from just listening to the Cindy Cochran Show and being such a great listener. We have all those for you. So jump on my Facebook, the Cindy Cochran Show, and let me know what you feel about it. Listen, there's so many things going on, and you know how I love politics. I just love it. And, Trump keeps getting higher and higher in the polls. This is so weird. And I think a lot of people are so angry about the refugee thing. And then when you have a candidate for president of the United States say, absolutely, without hesitation, we're not letting these refugees in. He said, I'll go over and build. I know how to build stuff that's very comfortable and very nice, and we'll keep them safe someplace, but not bring them in here because I've got to keep the citizens of the United States safe. And so I want to make sure that people know that I can take care of this situation. And so some show said, I wonder if what he would build would look like this. And it looked like the Trump Tower. It was terrible, not appropriate. But it's interesting. And he's got people got people talking about the options that we might have. And it's maddening to think that the president just double down instead of listening to a lot of military people and just common sense people and some housewife looking out the window, washing the dishes, knows better. Let's not bring them in. And Paul Ryan who's now the speaker, said, let's suspend this until we really come up with a way that we can vet anyone that does come into this country instead of just taking them and drop them off in Louisiana, drop them off here, and the government in those states do not know what's going on. So somebody has got to come up with this. Now, my vote is for Carly Fiorina. You need to hear her talk about it. This is a woman she's compassionate. She's not being, like cold-hearted or anything, but to listen to her say, here's what we've got to go, and understand the domino effect whenever we do something like this, that we open up the borders and we've got all these people coming in that are homeless, and we already have a homeless situation with the veterans. Why in the world wouldn't we take care of them? If we think we can take care of 200,000 people, Syrian refugees who possibly could be the people who want to kill us. And in fact, the exciting news this morning was that they got the mastermind of the Paris attack. They got him, and they were looking for some other people that this is.
There we go.
What happened?
My mic. I'm sorry.
Have you been trying?
I've been trying to say something to you, and I'm like, why can't I hear myself? And then I'm pretty sure your listeners are sitting there hearing this.
Yeah. I
was sitting there testing, and I was like, you couldn't. I go, hey, I'm typing this. You let me know.
Oh no.
She didn't get to me. No, I wanted to tell you something that I found was pretty interesting. I was reading this article because history always repeats itself.
Amen, brother.
And one person brought up an old survey they did back in like 1936 or something like that. Is they did a survey of the refugees from Germany and the Jewish refugees.
Right.
And they said that it was something like 67% of people said they didn't want them to come to the country.
Right.
And I always thought that was a pretty interesting perspective of looking at it like that. Just because today there's so much willingness, like especially when the governors were saying we're not going to accept them. Well, legally they have to. So there's nothing. That's just you're just sitting there tooting your horn for no reason. Do you realize that, right?
Well, that's what they're saying, but there is like they were talking about, and what Denton was talking about, that the governors, the convention of states, could come together, override, they
can't anymore.
He was just talking about how the possibility of that is there. So what made that say, why can't they do that anymore? Where did you read where they can't do that anymore?
I'll look it up real quick.
Okay. The 6th Syrian with a fake passport captured in Honduras. So there is also, that guy is bye-bye. Now, and that's great. That's wonderful. I'm so happy. And it was just, it's pathetic. let's just, turn Paris upside down. But they say they're not going to be afraid. They're going to get out there and they're going to do whatever they need to do, and they're not going to let this bother them. And I agree. I don't think that's probably everybody, but I think a lot of leaders who have they have security people around them all the time are saying, let's just go out and have a good time and don't you worry about anything. Well, if I had all those security people around me with guns and machine guns and stuff, Secret Service people, yeah, I could feel great because nothing's going to happen to me. I have someone out here that's miming everything that I'm talking about. That's pretty cool. You did a good job. That was good. But okay, I've only got 2 minutes left. Anyway, that's good news. There's still a lot of I guess back and forth debating whether we're going to do, what are we going to do. And the big headline on the Drudge Report, which I know everybody reads, the big headline is 8 Syrians caught at the Texas border. There you go. So 8. Now, Texas is huge. And so if they've caught 8 of them at the Texas border, there may be more. So we've got to be careful and look at people. And if you see something strange, be sure and talk about it. And so outside our windows, something pretty strange is happening, and we may have to tell somebody about it. But anyway, so that's the news from the Drudge Report. Okay, so we're going to be right back. You guys don't go away. And I may have an interesting guest if I can drag him off the street and come in and talk to us. So you're listening to the Cindy Cochran Show. Don't go away. You never know.
The Cindy Cochran Show. You ain't heard nothing yet.
Hello, I'm Bonita DeRosa, Animal Control Officer for the City of Willis. We invite you to tune in to Lone Star Internet Radio every first and third Thursday of the month at 11 a.m. for the Willis Hour. On the first Thursday of the month, the Willis Hour will be covering upcoming events and news about the city. Join in the conversation with your city officials and other leaders in the community. On the third, we will be doing a recap of the last City Council meeting. The mission of the City of Willis is to provide high-quality services, accountability, and professional commitment to our citizens. We pledge to provide those who live, work, and visit our city an effective government that is open and responsive to the needs and values of the community. Again, we invite you to tune in on Lone Star Internet Radio every first and third Thursday of the month at 11 for the Willis Hour.
SPCA PetSnap of Montgomery County is a 501c3 all-volunteer-based rescue and adoption organization with a no-kill policy for healthy and adoptable animals. Our goals are fourfold: to rescue and rehabilitate homeless animals, to provide a safe haven for the animals until a suitable adoption or foster care home is found or until they are reunited with their owner, to educate the public about the great need to reduce pet population, which includes the importance of having their pets spayed and neutered, and to further the cause for humane and responsible pet ownership, and to provide a low-cost spay-neuter clinic for people who are unable to afford to spay or neuter their pets otherwise. SPCA PetSnap of Montgomery County encourages you to think adoption first. You can contact us at www.spcaofmc.com.
The Conroe YMCA's benchmark adaptive programming for kids and adults is Leap of Faith. Leap of Faith is an equine-assisted therapy program serving children and adults with adaptive needs. The riders in our Leap of Faith program are working to address and manage specific aspects of their lives impacted by illness, injury, or disability. The Leap of Faith program has experience working with riders who are living with attention deficit or other hyperactivity disorders, hearing impairments, visual impairments, developmental delays or disabilities, autism, Down syndrome, multiple sclerosis, muscular dystrophy, head traumas, brain injuries, and paralysis. Our program uses horseback riding to develop self-confidence and self-esteem, to increase upper and lower body strength, assist in respiratory issues, and establish a trusting relationship between the rider and their horse. Not only do these activities aid in the physical and mental development of the rider, but they also foster self-reliance and independence. For more information regarding our program, to become a rider, or to volunteer with a great group of people, please call our Welcome Center at 936-441-9622 or visit our website at www.ymcahouston.org/Conroe.
The Cindy Cochran Show, the first daily talk show serving Montgomery County.
And we're back on the Cindy Cochran Show. We thank you so much for listening to us, and especially
myself now.
I think my voice
yes,
has
there
gotten
I
just a little bit
can. I
better.
can hear myself.
Okay, so you never know what you're going to drag in off the street. And
I was just outside trying to get a couple dollars for cigarettes.
Your mime act. It was great. You're listening to Dennis O'Connor. You listen to him every day because he does the liners on the show.
The Cindy Cochran Show.
Yeah.
I don't know why I use that. I had a lot better voice. The Cindy Cochran Show. Hey, this is good stuff, I gave him some great stuff, and they just used that
was so good.
Other dumb voice.
No, that was good. Dennis is an actor, I think, above everything else.
That's what I love to do most.
You love to do most. He's an amazing actor and has the greatest character look. You could do anything you want to do. You could just do anything you want to do. And he comes off real gruff, and you may be intimidated by him, but he is a softie. He's a great guy.
Don't leave me alone.
But he does all of the sets. Builds the sets for the Crichton Theater and the
Stage Right at the Crichton Theater.
I know it, Stage Right. Okay. Anyway, for Stage Right, and so everybody knows him down here. I mean, he's like walking around with Madonna because everybody knows who this guy is down here, and he's and so we're just blessed to have him. Except when he comes and does things in front of this huge window. I'm trying to talk to somebody, and we were talking politics, and he has this big white sign he's carrying by saying Republicans suck. I thought that was just inappropriate.
I like the one with the end is near.
He came. I'm talking to a preacher, and he comes by with the end is near.
Well, but where I build sets is just like right next door.
Right.
My shop is right next door, so I usually, and unfortunately, I don't get to hear the Cindy Cochran Show at 10 o'clock because I'm next door playing around, building sets and stuff.
Yeah, well, you're not playing
But then
around.
I can come around to the front and listen. And
That's right, because we
Mooner. I haven't mooned her yet.
Oh,
it's
boy.
coming.
Wait till Brad's here. Just wait till Brad and I is here and do that. Now next week I'm going to be gone next week. But Michael Player is going to be here Monday, and Tuesday Denton is going to be here, and he will have the woman who wrote the book on Galvez.
Unbelievable. That's cool.
So she will be here, and I told him that you
really need to
might be
listen
stalking.
to that. Yeah. If you're interested in Texas history, you need to hear that because there's a story there that you do not know. Galveston, Texas.
Right.
This is a story of Galvez, and it's just an amazing little tidbit into Texas history.
He's going to delve in deep about that. So,
sure.
It'll be, like I would be asking her, well, what do you think he liked wearing the best?
You think he watches the Kardashians?
So she'll be asked some really intelligent questions, and that would be great.
Housewives of Texas, 1800s.
See, what you did by coming up there. I was trying to get hold of Brianna, and Brianna didn't pick up, and we were going to talk about the Housewives saga, and so we know Dennis is flicking off. No, so we're not going to do that. Could we have you instead?
Bye. See ya.
But listen, Dennis,
Yeah.
I know
Yes,
that Margie Taylor started all this about decorating all the windows down Main Street.
Downtown Conroe looks beautiful. Yeah, Main Street.
You guys have done. It's really hard to, your hard act to follow.
We set the bar pretty high.
Yeah, so nobody's, and I don't know what Richard has something planned to do. He won't tell us what he's going to do, but Anyway, if he does anything close to what you guys
he'll
are
never
doing,
touch us. No,
y'all worked like a week on it, right? Over a
longer
week?
than that. Yeah, but we got all the stuff right there. We've got all our sets and all our props and furniture and all kinds of
Yeah,
stuff.
it's not fair.
Yeah.
Y'all shouldn't even be in the.
We shouldn't. We're like the pros.
That's right. That's right. I don't think you should be in it. I don't think you qualify.
No,
but
because we have artists that are there all the time. So Denise DeBold and Deanie Harmon are the two artists. And
so amazing.
Unfortunately, they're working on the set with me now, and so they just heard about this decorating the window thing, and they've gone way over the top.
Crazy.
Beautiful,
but
beautiful stuff.
You feel like you're walking down, some street in New York.
Exactly what Denise is, but shooting for Macy's.
Yeah,
yes,
this is exactly what it looks like. So if you want a little nostalgia of that, be sure and come by and look, because everybody's doing their best. And there's this is the theater district, so all these very creative and artistic people are down here. So they take this stuff seriously. And the competition and the competitiveness except Richard's not really a competitive guy. He's just not that. He's not that guy. So I don't know what he's going to do, but we'll see. We hope that it's something to bring honor to our Lone Star.
Well, even the Charlie Brown Christmas tree is a lovely thing. At Christmas time, Charlie Brown Christmas tree is a lovely thing. So even if you don't have this really fancy thing, just the fact that you've got something to say, hey, happy birthday, Jesus, woo-hoo,
that's right.
Is really cool.
That's exactly great. Right. And it took Dennis, the one, to bring the manger into the scene, right? You're the one that.
Well, I don't have it there yet. We've got some Jesus stuff up there for sure, and I wanted a manger, but I can't. I can't find the exact thing that I want to put there yet.
Right.
Walmart lied to me. They said it was 24 inches high, and it was actually 5 inches high. I went online, and I said, I got to have that. It's Jesus, Mary, and Joseph, and it turns out to be 5 inches tall instead of 24 inches tall. So,
well, you guys,
I'm still looking. So, if anyone out there has a manger scene or Jesus, Mary, and Joseph,
that they would like to,
just write me, call me, bring it down here to Cindy, and I'll pick it up.
Theater. Yes, this is going to be exciting. You guys got to come by and look at all this. Hey, we got to leave now.
Yes.
So thank you for coming in and helping me, Dennis O'Connor. And everybody, thanks for listening. And tomorrow we will be back here talking about what's going to happen this weekend and what we're going to be doing. So be sure and go to the website, The Cindy Cochran Show, and let us know what tickets you would like to have for free. Thank you for listening. Hope you enjoyed the show. Any comments, suggestions of topics, email me at thecindycochranshow@gmail.com. Also, check out my Facebook page, The Cindy Cochran Show. Join me live Monday through Friday. See ya.